Before we get started on this video, this is personal opinions on the maps that I believe are good, awesome, okay, or bad maps. I'll be ranking them from worst to best. If you disagree on the placing of the map, it's okay. Just let me know in the comment section below, or let me know your guys' list in the comment section below. One more thing, this is not 100% accurate good list. Just say it's just my opinion on the list. Let's just say this is just my list of how I feel about the maps in BO4. Enough talking, let's get into the video. So what's going on, guys? It's Tony. Welcome back to another video. Here I'm going to be talking about ranking every single map from worst to best. Let's do it. Coming in at number 8, it's Voyage of Despair. Now when I heard there was going to be a Titanic map for zombies in BO4, I was mad excited. I thought Voyage was going to be the next Shadows of Evil. But god damn, I was so wrong. This map was disappointing for me. The map felt way too big, and every room looked the same to me. And thinking about it, or reflecting about it, a new player will get lost and get killed. The map is hard because of the many bosses there is. 4 elemental bosses. Whoever thought of that? More like 4. They have 4 elemental wonder weapons. There's this big monster spawns every round, and this does introduce the Chaos Crew, but I really don't much care about them in this map. The cutscene just felt bland to me, and I'd rather play this crew like in maps like in 9 or Ancient Evil. The Easter egg is not fun at all, but the boss fight was fun. The boss fight was unique, including the mini lockdowns. But overall, the map to me just felt like a letdown, and which is why it's coming in at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is Dead of the Night, the most underrated map and the most forgettable map. This map was very unique in so many ways because of its setting and its features that it introduced. The setting is based on an abandoned mansion filled with werewolves, vampires, and zombies. It's a Halloween map, if you can say. The map introduced a very cool wonder weapon, introduced a feature called Silver Bullets, a feature that cannot make you run out of ammo. The map introduced a new celebrity cast that were funny, but they died in the map. The thing that let down was the marketing and the Resferatus. Overall, the map was a solid map. Coming in at number 6, it's Alpha Omega, the recycled map of BO4. Now Alpha Omega is not that bad. It's pretty okay of a map. We play as Ultimus and Primus, which was awesome, and which is the final map we play as Ultimus and Primus. The Easter egg is enjoyable. The Easter egg is not hard, it's very simple. It's a great Easter egg to speedrun. The boss fight is great. Like, come on, you fight against the Avogadro. The cutscene is chillin' and epic. It gets you hyped for the finale of the Ether story. Everyone is there, both Primus, Ultimus, and Samantha and Eddie. The problem I have with Alpha Omega is that it's a recycled map. Nuketown has been remastered so many damn times. Nothing innovated. Not even the 4 elemental ray guns. Everything was just recycled. Which is why Alpha, overall, it's an okay map. I wouldn't say it's a bad map. I wouldn't say it's a good map. It's just right in the middle. It's an okay. Would I recommend it? Maybe for its Easter egg. But overall, it's an okay map. Which is why it comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is Classified, the classic map, that map of BO4. Classified is well known as just the 5 remastered. Well, it pretty much is the 5 remastered, and which is a good remastered when BO4 just came out. The map Classified fixed the weapon use, including more areas to the map, buffing the Winter's Howl, making it stronger than ever because that thing used to be a piece of crap. and it fixed the difficulty. 5 used to be a hard map. Now it's both easy and hard. But the map is pretty basic. And the map could get boring for some players. For some, not for all. The no callers and the dogs are the only thing that's annoying, because pre-patch, dogs used to one-shot the crap out of you and dogs were just annoying. Everyone will remember that. Pack-a-Punch is all the way at No Man's Land, which was a different twist to me, to be honest. Which I don't know why they would put No Man's Land, which is still a pretty good feature. Samantha's in the map, you can hear her talking to some of the players if you hit the wisp. She kind of sounds pretty creepy than she was in BO1, but she was always creepy, to be honest. The Easter egg was a different take. The only way to get an Easter egg completion on this map was to get to round 150 and Treyarch. Please, to the love of God, don't do it again. The map, if you're going for this run, you literally have to have fingers crossed because your game might crash or it might have a blue screen. And you're gonna spend 10 hours just buying a shield and just killing zombies with headshots, and you probably might get bored. And as a cutscene overall, I'll say the cutscene could have been at least 5 minutes. The cutscene is just almost like a minute. Would I say it would have included more? Yes. Would I say the cutscene was bad? By almost mean it wasn't bad. Primus comes out to go pick up the Ultimus crew. Ultimus is pre-moon. They just came back from the moon. There's radios in the map, and overall, the story around this map is perfect. It explains what happened when BO4 ended. We get introduced about Purnell, Broken Arrow, more other people. The only thing I might still have confused about this map is the little hints of a future event that by all means never happened. Now I'll just leave it to Black Ops Amazing or all the other zombies YouTubers like Mr. Waffles, Mr. Dog JD with the ciphers. But overall, there's still a mystery here on this map where it talks about Ultimus will prevail while Primus will fail. Now if you guys haven't played tag, both crews dies at the very end. But overall, this map is a classic map. It's a map to come back to play with your friends or just have a good time, just enjoy yourself. This map is not bad, it's not horrible. To me, this map is a classic map. It's an awesome map because it fixed a lot of changes, and you're playing with Ultimus. You're literally playing with the BO1 crew that started this whole journey from the start. They're funny. And would I rather play with the presidential crew? Maybe. But they still give hints. But you're playing as Ultimus. What the heck? And overall, this map does give a little hints to a future character, a Victus character, as a radio that still hasn't been explained, but sooner or later than BO5. But overall, classified, it's a classic map. It's a good map. It's an enjoyable map. If you hate it, I don't know what to tell you, but comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, it's Blood of the Dead. Now this is a controversial pick, because there's some people that love Blood and there's other people that hate Blood. I'm one of those that loves Blood, but there's some things that I kinda do hate and kinda get disappointed. This is the remastered of Mob of the Dead, the remaster that the whole community wanted and we got. This remaster took out a lot of things that we used to love. The Golden Gate Bridge, the plane, it replaced Afterlife with the shield, and 90% you're mainly using the shield for the Easter egg. And speaking of the Easter, people say this Easter egg was kind of the worst, but considering I've done this Easter egg so many damn times, I got used to it and I kind of started to enjoy it. I'm also doing speedruns on this map. And the story around this map is so beautiful. The cutscene is the most heartbreak and emotional cutscene there is in a zombies map, and this will never be topped. We literally see Primus Richthofen die in front of us. We never seen him scared in his entire life. And here and now, Nikolai is the leader. The cycle's been broken. We've been stuck in this cycle all over from BO3, and now it's been broken from BO4. From here on out, when the Easter egg was solved, we literally didn't know where we were going. We find out a lot of things about the Warden, the Shadow Man, what was the blood views. We find out that we were stuck in this cycle. We find out that the mobsters helped us out throughout and the Easter egg. Gameplay wise, the map was kind of solid with gameplay. It was a bit of fun to play with friends. Solo, not a nightmare like Transit. But the story was what mainly topped it at the very end. We literally see a character that we loved since Origins die in front of us. He's begging for his life to get saved, but literally gets ignored by his so-called friends. Well, there is their friends, but literally gets left. We find out that Monty is actually evil. The blood vials are destroyed. The cycle's been broken. And here on out, we literally didn't know where we were going since Alpha. Only Nikolai knew. And who knows what Nikolai read at the Khainorium, because he is the new leader. We left Richtofen to die. He was the nicest one. But overall, I'd rather play Mob. Mob is better than Blood. But Blood in BO4, I'll play Blood for its Easter egg, just to speedrun it. Rest in peace, Blood of the Dead. Which is why it comes in at number 4. And Mob will always be number 1. It'll never be topped. Coming in at number 3, Ancient Evil, the final Chaos map for BO4. Now when I heard there was going to be another Chaos map, I was honestly disappointed because I kind of didn't want another Chaos map. So I was just going to ignore this DLC. But then when I heard that this DLC was getting good reviews, I actually decided to go play it. And this map surprised me. This map was good. This is the Horizon Drac for the Chaos story. The map introduced a new shield, which is the coolest shield I have ever seen in my entire life. You're literally throwing a damn spear. The map introduced a great setting. We're playing in Delphi, Greece. There's a light version of it and there's a dark version of it. Easter egg is fun. You get introduced to so many new things. Pegasus is in the map. You see the horse flying across the map. It's a monkey bomb. We fight him at the boss fight. It's literally there. Pegasus is there. What else is there to say? Story-wise, I kind of didn't know what I was getting into for story because I wasn't that much invested with the Chaos storyline, but heard that this doesn't conclude, but leaves the Chaos into a big, in a climax. I wouldn't say climax, more like a cliffhanger, to be honest. But I wouldn't say the cutscene was bad, but it definitely was on a cliffhanger. The map introduced 4 unique elemental wonder weapons, which are far more better than the elemental Krakens. I'll bet you all of you have forgotten about that. They're like the wonder weapons from Voyage. Everyone probably forgot about that. Now these goblins kind of reminds me of what every single elemental thing we've seen. It's like literally just another version of the Origin staffs and the crossbow. Overall, my initial feelings of gameplay wise, the map is pretty fun, I'll tell you that. Having the blue gauntlet, just having like a mini version of the thunder is like fun. It's like you're using the force to push the zombies away. Enemy wise, not that bad, but you literally have every single enemy from Chaos, like the elemental zombies, the Blight Father. You get introduced to this new big boss that has 8 arms around, which isn't that hard to take out if you don't have your specialist, but it's pretty easy to get down from him. Yeah, overall, this map isn't quite that disappointing. It's actually pretty good, pretty fun to play. Playing with friends with this Easter egg kind of gets fun, especially when we're doing the gauntlet challenge, because you kind of would see a lot of people start arguing with each other, and you probably might lose some friends, start arguing, might say some things you're not supposed to say, and then yeah, you're gonna have a fun time. But initially, I kind of didn't like the Chaos storyline, and if BO5 does come out, whatever the next Cherry game comes out, I kind of don't want Chaos to continue. That's just me. Like, I like how Chaos is a new thing, but alright, let's just say this. If Chaos was in the Ether story, if the both stories were related, I would have cared more. I would have cared so much more. I would have had different opinions. I would have put this map number 1 if I wanted to. But it's a Chaos map, and it's a map that, and it's characters that we're probably not even gonna see anymore, to be honest. Who knows? But overall, this map is pretty good. It's a fun map. It's a Horizon Drag. It's a Horizon Drag of Chaos. And coming in at number 2, so close to being the best BO4 map, is 9. Now, I thought this map was going to be the least enjoyable map, but to my surprise, this map turned out to be the greatest Chaos map there is. This map is a special map to me. This map is welcome to hardcore and for simple players. It's a classic, it's a basic map, it's not that challenging, it's a fun map to play with, friends or solo. It's just a fun map. The Wonder Weapon is very unique, reminds me of the Apophicon Servant, but instead it's just a mini Wonder Waff. And this map is just a complete shock to me, because I really thought this map was going to be the very bottom. I thought Voyage was going to be on top, and then Blood, and then this map. But it turned out to be 9 Blood, then Voyage. And don't get me started on that boss fight in Easter. The Easter egg, simple, it's fun, it's challenging, because maybe because you're trying to impress the gods. In the overall map, it's about gods, the theme of the gods, and all the 9 gods, and then the boss fight. Never in my life have there was a challenging boss like this. You're fighting not 1, but 2 big boys, big elephants, big strong people that can one-shot you out of nowhere. It's a challenging boss fight, it's an exciting boss fight. It's on your face, it's going at you, and it's the greatest Chaos map Cherry could deliver on disc. This has to be the greatest experience for any player, and considering it comes on disc, there's literally nothing I can complain about this map. Maybe other than the elemental bosses, but I feel like they feel like they're meant to be on this map, because there's 4 different gods, and the elemental zombies are meant for this because they're all 4 elemental representing the gods. But overall, this map is just great. It's a shame too, because it's literally a vision. It's literally like it never even happened. And it's a shock how this map was just a dream and Voyage was just a disappointment. But it comes in at number 2. 9 will ever be number 2. You're the greatest Chaos map there is. Now, would it be anything else? This is the map, in my opinion, that's the best BO4 map. The finale of Zombies. The final Ether map. The map that the Zombies community was eventually emotionally invested for, because we've been on this 10-year ride together with this crew, both Primus and Ultimus. We go back to the iconic map Call of the Dead, but different. This is before the events of Call of the Dead. This is the events where Nikolai, Dempsey, and Takio and Pablo were test subject by Richtofen. This is where everything started. We play as Victus. Though people hated it, I actually enjoyed it. I accepted it, and they made them likable. Gameplay wise, wasn't groundbreaking. Everything that I did, everything that we had to do in tag, I loved it. Everything made sense. The Wonder Waffle returned and had a new name, had a scope on it, the Wonder Waffle Sharpshooter. It's a very unique gun. Wasn't bad. It felt pretty strong, but it's not up there one of the greats. The Thunder Gun returns is in its original form. I will say the only letdown was the Tundra Gun, which was just a thunder gun that shot ice and froze the zombies, which kind of felt kind of bland and plain, but I accepted it because I never used it. Everything that we did as gameplay felt right. It felt like getting the zipline handles and fixing all the gearboxes. Felt like we were making Call of the Dead happy from the start. The map felt beautiful. It looked beautiful. This was the cleanest and beautiful remastered for a BO4. Now imagine if this map was on BO3. It could have been even better. Pablo's in this map, considering he's been the most mysterious character in the zombie story, the Mexican theft subject, the 5th Primus Warrior. We learn more about him, and we learn that he was the one that helped post-Revelations Richtofen break off of this cycle. The Easter egg is fun. It's like Alpha, but better. Everything made sense. Nothing felt hard. Everyone thought we were gonna go fight the Great War, but gameplay wise, I want to see how that would have worked out. And I felt, considering how Treyarch had a low budget, this was the only way they could have done it. And to be honest, I accepted it. I said, let's have this last hurrah, and let's finish this map. And let's see how the conclusion was. Boss fight was just an escort. Though people wanted an epic boss fight, I actually enjoyed the escort because it was on your face, it was impactful, it was intense. I like features like Golden Pap that fix the upgrade system, made your gun even stronger than it had to be, considering Treyarch knew the pack-up punching 5 times just to make your gun strong felt stupid, considering you just Golden Pack-up punch just makes it upgrade once. I like the feature for Samantha boxes. And now, the cutscene. This has to be one of the most bittersweet cutscenes there was, and the finale of a 10-year ride that I've been from the start, and that all of us, if you like zombies, was kind of a bit of emotional. Story wise, it was beautiful. Gameplay wise, beautiful. Felt perfect. If I was willing to compare which one's the best conclusion or the best finale of a DLC for, if I were to pick from Revelations from Tag, I'll pick Tag. Tag just felt perfect. The 8 characters that we know and love celebrating, thinking that we're gonna fight this great war, saying their hopes and dreams of what they would have wished they would do after all this is over. The Easter egg just involved Victus trying to build a device called the Agarthan device. What the device does is allows Nikolai to destroy the summoning key, destroy the multiverse, send everything we know and love to the dark ether. And the reason why the characters had to die and why it had to be how it was is because they needed to die. If they were still around, things would have still happened how it was. The cycle would have continued. If all of them died, none of this would ever happen ever again. And it's sad too. But let's be in Nikolai's shoes. Would you kill all your friends just to save the universe, or just in general? Do you have the power to kill your friends, knowing it's the right thing to do? No. I would have thought so. But Nikolai, he had to do it. He had no choice. The lad literally poisons them at the very end. The characters thought that they were just getting drunk and they passed out. But what really was happening to them is that they were getting poisoned from their inside. Victus gets teleported to the Dark Ether, which to me, I don't feel like they're dead. They're still alive. And I really hope they do come back for BO5 or whatever the next Call of Duty game is. Ultima's Richtofen turns into a zombie, which kind of makes sense if you're listening to the radios from Classified. Monty, that person, I don't know. We do figure out that Monty wasn't even evil. He made the cycle because it was the only way that could have kept him alive. It was the only way to keep the universe set. But yeah, watching your beloved characters just die like this, considering they could have had a bittersweet ending, but it is kind of sweet because at the very end you do hear every single character, both Primus and Ultimus, talk about their hopes and dreams. And that's why Tag Their Totem is the best map of BO4. And there we go, guys. Every map ranked from worst to best for BO4. Quick note, I just want to say BO4 to me felt kind of disappointing. I really thought BO4 was going to be like Black Ops 3 2.0. I really thought so. But to my surprise, it wasn't. And I really hope BO5 or whatever the next COD game could be good. And I really hope Zombies does come back. And if it's going to come back, if the Chaos Crew does come back, I'm just going to accept it. But if Victus does come back, I want a great story told about them. So thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.